guys, so I want to chat with you a little bit about what Plexus products to take if you have Lyme disease and which ones are kind of most important, because I get this question a lot, and a lot of us Lymies have to kind of prioritize it because our budgets are limited, because we're not able to work, and sometimes our spouses are kind of out of work a little bit because they're spending time at the hospitals with us, and so budget is definitely an issue as well. And so I figured I'd just make a video kind of to help you guys, be able to prioritize it based on kind of things that you have going on. So number one, what I would absolutely recommend would be triplex, and the XFactor, just for the simple fact that triplex is really going to get in there and it's really going to start healing these deficiencies. It's really like the Slim has a lot of good ingredients in there that really help combat inflammation. And if you know, Lyme disease is a systemic inflammatory disease. It causes widespread inflammation. That's why all of us will have crazy symptoms that range from issues with our brain, the way we think, our tummies, neurological issues, heart issues, muscle issues, just so many different things, and they'll come and go. And so that is very important, but also the bio cleanse is so good. One of the reasons is because the magnesium and the vitamin C in it, the forms that Plexus uses, when these two react together, they actually create oxygen, and they oxygenate your blood. And this is very important because a lot of harmful pathogens don't like oxygen, Lyme included. I'm not trying to make any claims that it kills Lyme or anything, but just the science behind it. Lyme is an anaerobic bacteria, so it doesn't like oxygenated environments. Plus, a lot of us, we just have a lot of toxins. We have a lot of waste we got to get out. And so BioCleanse is something that's going to continually help you to get rid of that stuff. Most of us also have MTHFR as well, and so we have a little bit harder time, if you will, detoxing. And so this is just, BioCleanse is just, it's one of my favorites. And the ProBio 5 obviously is incredibly important just because it's a probiotic, and many of us have been on a multitude of antibiotics and other crazy medications, and just autoimmune disease, the way that it affects our guts and everything like that. ProBio 5 is just so important because, like I said, with the medications and the extra stress from just being sick and feeling like a burden from our families, that stuff can all affect our gut health as well. And so, the digestive enzymes in the ProBio 5 can really get in there and bust up some of that yeast and help get it out. I kind of like to think of the BioCleanse as like, it kind of sweeps it out, and then the ProBio 5 comes in and like scrubs it out. And so, like I said, most of us have had a ton of antibiotics, so we're going to have some yeast, so we're going to have some work. I did do other videos on like detoxing, because you're definitely going to want to go slower with that, with the BioCleanse and the ProBio 5, just because, we're a little complicated, if you will. And so that's why I say the triplex, just kind of the base. Like, if that's what you can afford, commit yourself to doing just that. The next product I would definitely recommend would be XFactor Plus. And the reason for this is that a lot of the issues and a lot of the symptoms that we have are based on, we're just deficient. We're deficient in a lot of things because Lyme is eating it up and it's using it. And, when you have autoimmune diseases, you just are deficient in so many different minerals and micronutrients and all of these different things. And the XFactor Plus is completely methylated. And so even for those of you that have issues with methylation, you have MTHFR, either one or two of the copies of the gene, this is great because your body can absorb it. And so, and that right there can help heal a lot as well. And the XFactor Plus also has aloe, which can actually kind of get in there and kind of coat your gut and help heal that further. And like I said, nutrient deficiencies is just something every Limey, I'm sure if you're watching this, you're probably on some sort of multivitamin, so just make the switch. Make the switch. This one, I swear, is hands down way better than any other ones you've been on. I used to take other ones my doctor prescribed that was super expensive, and it wasn't methylated or anything like that, and so I was probably peeing out all the stuff I was taking, so it was basically a waste of money. So, and I do notice with the XFactor Plus, because I do have MTHFR, that I notice a little increase in energy as well when I take that, and so I've never noticed that with any other vitamins. And I've heard many other Lymies that I've helped say the same thing, so that would be the next one. The one after that I would recommend would be ease. I just love ease. Ease is just it's so important, so important. Like I said, Lyme disease is an inflammatory illness, and it's inflammation that we just have everywhere. And so if you can get ease in, because it is a very powerful anti-inflammatory, it can really help with a lot of other symptoms, because when inflammation is out of control, you're just going to have crazy things. So that's why I would recommend that. And a lot of you are probably already taking things like turmeric and that kind of thing, and so you can kind of make the switch there as well. So some of these things are it's just a matter of switching, if you will, because you're probably, if you're really trying to heal, you're probably on a lot of the supplements and ingredients that are in these anyway. And so yes, that would be my next one, especially if you have a lot of pain and just a lot of issues, if you have a lot of allergies, if you have a lot of gut issues, that kind of thing. Ease is just wonderful. I swear, when I started Ease and Nerve, within a month I started working out, and I'm not even kidding you guys, it was game changing. It was so game changing. And the next one I guess I would probably recommend would be Metaburn. And the only reason I recommend that, a lot of people think that that's just completely for weight loss, and yes it is. It does help with weight loss, but it's so much more than that. It, for Lymies in particular, really helps with the fatigue that we have, because the fatigue we have is not just like, oh, you're tired, you need a rest. It's not that. It's like a fatigue in your bones. And so this really can help with your energy levels, but more than that, that brain fog. Brain fog is such a widespread issue that Lymies have. And so that is why I recommend that one. Not to mention, with Lyme disease, a lot of us have issues with, one, our hormones, especially if you're a woman, because let's be honest, we're a little complicated. And two, if you have issues with your thyroid, the herbs and everything in Metaburn is so good to start healing those deficiencies. It's not something, as you know, that's going to happen overnight, but it is something that's very good for those things. The next one that I would recommend would be Nerve. And the reason I say this one is just because a lot of us have a lot of nerve pain. I used to be on very high doses of Lyrica, very high. And this one has just really helped. Plus I was on other supplements that were just basically nerve, but it was like separate supplements, like alpha lipoic acid and different things like that. And so Nerve is just really good for that. And so that's kind of the order of things that I would suggest it. Mega X is really good. It's really great for inflammation, your brain and heart health, and it's also really good for my joints. Like I take 4 Mega X a day, and I was like, oh, maybe I can go down a little bit. I started noticing a little bit more in my joints, and so that's definitely one that I recommend as well. And so based on kind of the symptoms that you have, you can kind of prioritize it based on that. And oh, this is the last one that sorry, I meant to kind of wrap this up, but the last one I'm going to recommend is going to be the Vital Biome. So I would really, Vital Biome, I wish that everybody could just start right on it, but I feel like there's other priorities, and I feel like, getting in the triplex, getting in the XFactor, and even Ease, kind of healing your body a little bit, maybe even Metaburn, and then adding in Vital Biome is going to be a lot better. I really had a ton of detox with Vital Biome. It in no way means that it's not good. I take it faithfully every day now, like it's a game changer, especially when you got, you're at home with the babies, and especially during this quarantine, because that's when I'm making this right now. It's been a big help for me. But that's just kind of my recommendations with that, because that one has so many good strains that are just specific for your mood and for your emotion and for your stress and everything like that. And so feel free to, take these products, kind of see how they work, kind of see what works for you. All of our bodies are so different and we all need different things. That's just kind of like the priority of what I would recommend based on kind of my story and other people's stories that I've helped and kind of why. But, you know, take this information and kind of make it your own. And, you know, that's the beauty of Plexus. You can kind of take your products, adjust them as needed, maybe take more than, you know, more than what it says on the bottle, because I definitely do take more of most of the products than what it says, just because even when I was doing Lyme treatment, you know, that was just required. Our bodies just required more because we're in such a deficient state, if you will. And so, yeah, I hope that's kind of helpful on how to kind of prioritize what's important, what's most important based on your budget, and if you're able to do all of them, kind of that thing. But I also do take lean and I take active as well, but those are things, you know, that you can, I wouldn't like prioritize those, if you will. Active is really good. It is very good for energy and mental focus and stuff as well, but I feel like some of the other things are a little bit more priority for really getting your body healing and really working on your gut health and really working on your hormone balance and your blood sugar and getting that inflammation under wraps, because that's what's going to help make you feel better. And not that those other things can't do that. That's just kind of the order that, in my theory, if you will. I am not a doctor in any way. This has just been my experience, because I struggled when I first started Plexus, and so this is kind of the things I've learned along the way, and I just wanted to share some tips with y'all. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.